Okay, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well this morning. Last Friday in August, we are nearly in September. Can you believe it? Anyway, welcome. Glad everybody is able to join us here. Lots of information coming here. Obviously, our agenda is pretty much standard here. I've got some updates to give you guys, including some information from Integrity's AEP kickoff. Then, of course, we've got Judy Daniels here, and she'll be doing her corner today. And then we've got some training and marketing updates. And Christine's going to be running through some of that. We've got some really good stuff coming up in September, so keep a note of those. And then, of course, we've got our carrier updates, and I'll be whizzing through those towards the end. As ever, we got the chat function for you guys to kind of chat between yourselves. I love seeing you every week when you guys are supporting each other and kind of answering, and great engagement there. We've also got the Q&A. The Q&A is if you want to ask any of the panelists questions. I know Judy generally gets a ton of questions after her corner, and Lisa will be asking those as well. Okay, let's get started, everybody. 32 days till AEP. Well, October 1st, but I kind of count that as really the start. Although we can't do enrollments, we can start from October the 1st talking about 2026 plans. As I said, I'm going to be covering technology this week from Integrity's AEP kickoff. Next week is the start of the Berwick Bonanzas. Really excited. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week, and I'll be both in LA for the 2-day event for the Southern California event, and then I will also be going up to Milpitas and there for the Northern California event as well. Rollouts continue. Obviously, the great thing about the Berwick Bonanza, it's all in one. So that's exciting. And I know a ton of our carriers are doing different events. Again, I would attend these as well because there are some new plans. There are a lot of changes and lots of things that are happening. And you'll hear, I think, from Judy today on one of our carriers that has got changes. So, pretty much most of our carriers have got some kind of changes happening. I know you guys know the major ones, but again, a lot of the regional carriers I'm seeing are either a new plan or a new name for a plan. So keep an eye out. There's some great stuff I've seen this week. I know Alignment have got some new plans out, and they're giving a huge give back in both California and Nevada. So if you haven't seen that, their agent guide is actually out. You can download that digitally. And of course, most of you now are well into your plan for AEP or finalizing it. So again, it's activity planning and marketing planning. I've met a couple of carriers this week. They are talking about supporting that grassroots activity. These are just some of them. I know a number of you already kind of got yourselves into some of these places like senior centers and done some great events. Continue that in AEP because I think that's going to be a great opportunity. I know a lot of you are doing formal or informal sales events. Of course, I'm a great believer in kiosks, so that could be at a doctor's office camp or obviously at a pharmacy location. Again, there's going to be a lot of questions this year. So yeah, if you are not yet finalize your plan or you need help, reach out to one of our team. We've got some great people to help you here as well. Christine's going to run through some of the training in September. Really excited about that as well. Last thing on here, we got about 20 agents that still need to send their AHIP certificate to UCLA. They don't have it. Lisa's got the email. I know she's going to be reaching out to some of you guys. Just wanted to give you a heads up if you do get an email or a call. Technology. So at the Integrity kickoff event for AEP, technology was a big part of it. And I'm just going to run through here some of the things that were discussed. So first of all, the Medicare Center, as we know it, is now going to become Integrity Connect. I don't know exactly when that change is going to happen, but again, there's going to be Integrity Connect and then Integrity Connect Plus, which is going to be for FMOs. So again, lots of new stuff coming. And of course, it's going to be the same pretty much, but this shows a more, I would say, an accurate description of all the enhancements. So it is Integrity Connect, where you can connect with your clients. And again, I think that's what they wanted to really focus on here as well. Multiple products on one platform, that was a big thing as well. I know they're working on getting Medicare Supplement added to the same platform as well. Automated marketing emails or text. You can either send these out to one of your clients or all of your clients. And again, there's some great enhancements on that as well. So, you know, you got the shopper tags. And again, that's going to tell you which of your clients are on a plan that's going away or a plan that's changing. You've got a lot of help in there as well. And, you know, this is a really good point here. Agents that use Integrity Connect or the Medicare Center as we knew it are 2 times more efficient as agents that use multiple platforms. And I know some agents out there still use the carrier platforms because you're used to it, and I get it. But again, if you're using one platform, it's easier to quote, it's easier to enroll. You can send those quotes off and they come from you. So it looks like it's your platform. And of course, you got your Plan Enroll website. I was chatting to a couple of you guys this week about Plan Enroll and how that works, etc. I got a couple of points on here coming up as well. Appointment scheduler is coming prior to AEP. Don't have a date, but I know that is coming. That was mentioned as well. This will allow you to book appointments with your clients. They also talked about AI, which in Integrity's world is Ask Integrity. So this is a digital assistant for you guys to use. Best way to use it is on your cell phone. So download the Medicare Center app. I think it's still under that, because on your phone, it's easy to use. It has many, many features. To be honest, I've been on it and, you know, I've probably not scratched the surface. There's a ton of stuff on there. For example, it will give you a client summary. So again, you can actually ask it to give you a summary of the client you're going to meet. So maybe you met them last year or within the year, it will give you a summary of that client, what plan they're on, last time you met them, et cetera, et cetera. There's some really good stuff on there as well. And of course, that will help your preparation. It will also advise you of changes to an individual's plan as well, and much, much more on there. This is, as I said, now available directly from the app. It's the easiest way to use that, to be perfectly honest. It's one button on Ask Integrity. Last part on here was Plan Enroll. That was spoken about. So Plan Enroll is where Integrity drive leads, etc., through that Plan Enroll. This AEP, the campaign, is going to be all about the agent is the hero. So again, there's been a lot of talk around complaints going up and agents as a TPMO, etc. Lots of stuff, call centers. So we're really driving that kind of message around the agent is the hero and the fact that clients need that local support, knowledge, and help. Of course, that's going to turn into potential leads. Yes, they're exclusive and they will be available for you guys to purchase. And again, the usual discounted rate. I am also working on a specific discount code for our agency as well. So we're working in the background on that as well. So that's going to be a great opportunity if that's what you want to do, guys. So again, part of your plan may be getting leads. This is a great option there, using the agent is the hero. And of course, if you do purchase those leads, they go directly into your Medicare Center or Integrity Connected as it is now as well. So that was a lot of the stuff they were talking about with technology. Okay, Labor Day. Again, we have this from Berwick. They're going to be closed, as is AMA. So we'll be closed on Monday the 1st. And just wanted to put this up as well. This came through again from Berwick. The first look materials are all in one place on your new Berwick agent portal. You can see already the ones that are available. So again, Tells you exactly where to go. Obviously, it's 2026 certification on carrier first looks. That's it for my updates. So we are going to go over to Judy on Judy's Corner. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning. How is everybody? Hope that you guys are having a wonderful start to your day. I am because I've had coffee. I've had a lot of coffee so far this morning. Anyways, yes, we are full swing into preparing for AEP now that we've had the majority of the first looks. We are still waiting on a couple of carriers, but the cool news is that even those carriers will be presenting their benefits for 2026 at the Berwick Bonanza. So I encourage you guys to come out to the Berwick Bonanzas. We're starting, of course, Wednesday of next week, Wednesday and Thursday, the 3rd and 4th. There in Arcadia. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. We've had a slew of RSVPs, so I know that we're going to have a lot of fun. The people that have been, saying wonderful things, they're in this time of all this disruption. They're looking forward to getting the good, solid benefits from the carriers and, a little bit of camaraderie out there. So, and if you go to the next slide, Neil. I wanted to bring about a conversation about valid SEPs for disaster. So these are the only valid SEPs in California, and they're expiring soon. As a matter of fact, one of them is going to expire Sunday evening. So the one in San Joaquin County is for the Victoria Island levee failure. And that was retroactively declared a state of emergency on May 28th. It is ending. It was supposed to have already ended, but when they say retroactively declared that state of emergency, um, that meant that they extended it. So, but that SEP end date is September 30th, which is the end of next month. The California severe rainstorm that was also retroactively declared a state of emergency on May 28th. That is also expiring September 30th, and that was specifically for Trinity County. Those of you in LA County, the Franklin Fire SEP that was done back in last year, the end of last year, well, that has been retroactively declared a state of emergency since June 18th. It is expiring this Sunday, and that's for Los Angeles County. So after September 30th, we don't have any valid SEPs for a disaster. Now, this is just for disaster, of course. You still have SEPs out there for a variety of things, when people are leaving an employer group health plan and so on. But there's always a conversation in California around disasters. You'll notice I don't have anything in Nevada for a disaster, so there you go. But I had somebody the other day bring up bird flu. Well, no, bird flu expired already. That expired already. So keep in mind that um, if you do use a SEP for disaster, they have to have missed an election period that they were entitled to. And that could have been where they were entitled to an OEP and they did not take advantage of that and they want to make a change, then that would be a way that they could do it. But if they had already utilized AEP as well as OEP, there wouldn't be a valid one unless they had another one that they missed, like the employer group health plan and so on. And I've had a few agents reach out to me in that type of situation where somebody waited too long to use their employer group health plan ending SEP. So if you ever have a question about an SEP, though, you want to reach out to me, that's cool. You can text me and I'll get back to you. Next slide. Okay, so Anthem came out with their first look on Wednesday, and boy, was that a lot of slides for me to go through, because they were for the entire country. But I can tell you that a couple of important points came out of that. First of all, the CareMore Health brand is going to be back. It's going to replace the Carelon Health brand, I should say. It didn't really make sense to me to change that name to Carelon, but they are going back to the CareMore Health branding, and that's going to be taking effect for 2026. In California, the Anthem Medicare Advantage PPO, the H8552-029, is being terminated on December 31st, and that is going to affect 23 counties. Now, there were some C-SNPs that I saw that were PPOs. Those aren't affected. This is the Anthem Medicare Advantage PPO, this specific one, the -029 that's being terminated. But again, it's in 23 counties. It's going the way of the UHC PPO that left is leaving the majority of the counties out there. It's joining some other PPOs that are going away. So keep that in mind. You also have in Nevada the Anthem Medicare Advantage HMO 019 plan. That's also being terminated on December 31st, but that only affects one county. Now, I don't know why this went so tiny, Neil. I didn't even see that on the slide when I developed it. Anyways, um, most importantly, you guys, and this was from a conversation that I had with Ron Eilenberger. Now, through all of 2026, all Anthem plans except their DSNP. So if you're in a county where they have a DSNP, this is not going to affect that. But all other Anthem plans will be paper applications only. You know how you've gone into Medicare Center and all of a sudden you didn't see Anthem? This is why. It was suppressed for electronic applications. So you can only do a paper application now through all of 2026, except the DSNP. They can only be faxed. Yep, you can't use the Anthem portal either for electronic enrollment. No electronic enrollments for these plans, only fax. And e-fax is recommended. And I asked Ron, I said, well, why e-fax, Ron? And he goes, well, because with regular fax, sometimes pages go missing. And that is absolutely true, you guys. This is why over the years, when electronic enrollments came out, carriers didn't want you to use the fax because they then have to have a person sit there, a data entry clerk, to input the information. And that's where a lot of errors happen. So most carriers were like, nope, nope, want to go to electronic enrollments. Well, now it's taken a backward type of step. And the reason for this is they want growth, but they want controlled growth. They don't want explosive growth. So business wise, that's what they decided to kind of slow it down. And that's okay. At least we have the plans, right? So you can only fax them. And again, he's recommending eFax. I use eFax. I happen to love it, but that's me. You guys have to make your own decision because, it can run you from I think $9.99 a month to $19.99 a month. It just depends, and you only get a certain number, and then they'll charge you an extra $10 for every group over that, as far as the number of faxes go. So, but we do have the ability to do electronic enrollment for the DSNPs, and that's a very important business for a lot of you, especially in California and Nevada. So keep that in mind. Next slide, Neil. Okay, you heard it from Neil. Yep, he's even going to be at the Berwick Bonanza in Arcadia on the 3rd and 4th, and he's going to be at the one in Milpitas on the 5th. And I think you're also going to be at the one in Las Vegas, Neil, since that's where you're living right now. So, and that one's September 18th at the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Now, we also have one in the Central Valley. And that Central Valley one on September 16th is going to encompass all the way from San Joaquin County down to Kern County as far as benefits go. So let's say that you live in the NorCal area, but you're over in the East Bay, and you might have some clients or potential clients over in the Central Valley. You can dial in using the virtual presentation that I'm doing simultaneously. Let's say that you sometimes go down to LA or you call people in LA because you have family and friends that keep referring people to you, and you want to dial into the one for SoCal. You can do that. You can dial into the virtually. Now, I've had some people say, well, gee, Judy, is there a discount at the hotel? There is. If you're coming from San Diego or somewhere else and you want to stay overnight, call the Embassy Suites in Arcadia directly. Let them know that you're coming for the Berwick Bonanza. I used my Hilton Honors app, and I got to tell you, it was the same rate. As a matter of fact, it was, I think, $2 less expensive than that rate of 169. So if that's your thing, that's cool. We will be taking care of parking for you guys, so don't worry about coming in the gate. We'll be taking care of that parking for you. Let's see, what kind of questions do we have out there, Lisa?
Let's see here. Yes, we have one. The first one is very lengthy. Good morning, everybody. This agent has a question about rapid disenrollment compensation and chargebacks. The following is a question from one of the AHIP quizzes. I called United Healthcare Producers Help Desk, and they disagreed and said if you have a rapid disenrollment for whatever reason, you will get a chargeback. Can you shed some light on this? And here's the question. Agent Higgins helps Mrs. O'Malley enroll in A and B Medicare Advantage MA plan during the annual enrollment period. Mrs. O'Malley her effective enrollment date is January 1st. Subsequently, Mrs. O'Malley disenrolls on February 12th, following a move outside the plan service area. What impact will this have on Agent Higgins' compensation? And the answer is Agent Higgins' entire compensation must be recouped because Mrs. O'Malley has disenrolled within 3 months of enrollment. Incorrect. If a beneficiary disenrolls within the first 3 months of enrollment, referred to as rapid disenrollment, the entire compensation amount paid for the enrollment must be recouped, except under certain circumstances.
Okay, so very good question. And I remember this question from AHIP, and the correct answer is that they would take because it was, she was moving outside of the planned service area. No, you don't get the entire compensation recouped. However, she only had 1 month of enrollment. She had January, actually 2 months. She had January and she had February, because even though she disenrolled on February 12th, she still has coverage through the month of February. So she's going to get compensated for 2 months. So what they're going to do is they're going to take whatever compensation was paid, divide that by 12 months, and only pay for the 2 months. They're going to recoup the rest of that. Now, I don't know if the answer that you gave here was United Healthcare's answer from the help desk, or if the incorrect one was, I don't know which one you're referring to, but I will tell you that it is not correct. In the case of a move outside of that planned service area, you do not get the entire amount recouped for the rapid disenrollment. That is one of the special circumstances where you don't have that happen.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, very complicated question.
That was a long queue.
Yes, yes, it was. The next question, Judy, do you know if Anthem is going to suppress the affected 2026 plan summary of benefits in the Anthem broker portal?
No, the summary of benefits is a document. So that's not being suppressed. It's enrollments that are being suppressed. So you can still find a summary of benefits in the Anthem broker portal for 2026. Now, you're not going to see them in there right now, but you'll be able to see them, once they are able to show them on the plan portal. So there you go.
Okay. And on the same subject here, uh, so are they going to need to fax the Anthem SEPs also?
No, No, you don't have to fax the Anthem Medicare supplements. You can still use your producer in the Anthem broker portal in order to electronically send in the Anthem Med Sups. It's just the Medicare Advantage plans, with the exception of D-SNPs, that you have to do a paper app for.
Okay. The next question, this is regarding Kaiser. Why is Kaiser Permanente not allow agent to represent them in California? Is that mean that the client has to, if they want to enroll in Kaiser MAPD, do they need to contact Kaiser directly?
So, this is why I personally, you know, uh, don't particularly care for Kaiser, and I'm just going to say that out there. So here's the deal, you guys. Even though Kaiser has individual and family plans, and Kaiser has employer group health plans, you enroll somebody into an individual and family plan in California, for example, and then they go to turn 65. Did you know that 3 months before their 65th birthday, Anthem reaches out to them and says, "Hey, you're turning 65 in 3 months, so let's go ahead and make sure that you get enrolled in your Medicare and call us back when you've done that." So they get their red, white, and blue Medicare card. They call back Kaiser Member Services for their individual family plan. And Kaiser goes, "Great, we're going to enroll you into our Kaiser Senior Advantage plan, and it'll take effect the first of the month of your birthday to coincide with the effective date of your Medicare." And you have lost a client.
Um,
Yep, they
ju-
do
ju-
it directly.
just to clarify, it's not Anthem, it is Kaiser.
Did I say Anthem? I meant
You did,
Kaiser, you
yeah.
guys.
Kaiser contacts them and just
No,
snatches
no,
them
no.
right up.
No, it's Kaiser, you guys. It is Kaiser. Beg your pardon. Little slip of the thing there because I saw that Anthem thing in the next question. No, it is Kaiser. This is what Kaiser does, you guys. So the Kaiser individual family plan member calls, gets that phone call from Kaiser 3 months before their 65th birthday. And they tell them to get the Medicare card, and they do that. They call the Kaiser member services back for the individual family plans. And Kaiser says, "Great, we're going to enroll you into the Senior Advantage Plan, and it'll take effect the same date of your effective date of your Medicare." You've lost your client. You have lost your client. And same thing happens sometimes when somebody comes off of employer group health plan. Kaiser will do the same thing. If it's a Kaiser employer group health plan and they're coming off of it, they'll put them right into the Kaiser Senior Advantage. You've lost that client. Now, in California, that's what happens. There are a few states where they do allow a broker to do a Medicare Advantage, their Kaiser Senior Advantage plan. Colorado is one of them, but not California. And the most probable answer is because they have a huge footprint in California and they are based here. And because of that, they don't want to give up that money to brokers. They have people just kind of, locked in. So, but there are people who want to leave Kaiser, especially if they've been on an employer group health plan all these years. And now they want to go to a whole different medical group now that they're turning 65 and getting their Medicare. So if they're in Kaiser and they want to keep Kaiser, yes, they have to contact Kaiser directly. If they want to leave Kaiser when they're getting their Medicare, then you should help them and get them into a different medical group with a number of different plans that are available to them. Okay. But that is the biggest egregious thing about Kaiser. If you are an agent, you get them these clients as an individual family plan or as employer group health plan, and then they snatch them away when they turn 65. Very unfair.
All right. Next question. FYI, Anthem D-SNP PPO is also terming 12/31/25, and it's plan number H4704-002.
Well, Kara, that's not what I had on any slides there in the first look, but if you've got that information, great. Thank you very much.
Okay, and that is it right now for the questions.
Okay. Well, thank you guys and have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, let's move swiftly on. We're going to have Christine now. We're going to talk about training and marketing.
Good morning. Swiftly on. Okay, here we go. Please remember that anyone interested in participating with AMA and our wonderful FMO is invited to attend these calls. Please let them know. Let me know if you'd like me to send them a registration, or if you would like anyone in our organization to contact them. We would be happy to do that. Vegas Medicare Monday programs are managed by Christy Stuck. There is no program on Monday, I believe, but there might be some things going on. So make sure you check in with Christy about what might be going on Monday. But I did send out an email this morning that the AMA offices will be closed for the holidays. So for all you worker bees, we celebrate all the workers, but we're not working. Save the date, upcoming August trainings. Let me put the link for next Tuesday's session with Joel and Randy. So I put that in the chat. I've also sent out emails with this information. If you need information on any of our upcoming trainings for September, just email me and I'll help you out. But it's pretty important to open our emails, or at least be on our email list, so that you can see all the communication that we send out. We have Joel and Randy coming up on the 2nd. We have compliance with Anne McGlamory, such a big deal, on the 10th. And then Anna Petrick of Integrity will be presenting Integrity Tech, which Neil just shared earlier in the presentation today that there are some changes there. So that will be on the 23rd of September. If you need a needs assessment form, we have those from Berwick and Integrity, just digital forms. Happy to help you out there. Email me and let me know. Next slide. AMA Roadmap to Success is still available for any of our new agents or anybody who wants a checklist on what's going on when you start working as a Medicare insurance agent. Let me or Lisa know if you need that information. It is a part of our onboarding welcome documentation, but anybody else who would like to see that or have it at the ready is more than welcome to ask for it. We'd be happy to send it to you. Excuse me. So in my search for the treasures on Berwick and Integrity, I thought this was pretty helpful. It's there in your Berwick portal. If you haven't signed into your Berwick portal recently, just a reminder that they have updated the website. It is much more intuitive. The homepage has every link that you would want. It's very easy to navigate. So go to your Berwick portal and look for all of the resources that they have available to you. One of them being AEP Marketing and Communications Guides. So there's a number of pieces there. There's video. There's downloads. So this is available. And then a reminder that September 2nd is our AMA exclusive agent training with Randy and Joel at Berwick. Next slide. Berwick has released the September trainings. This is also available on your Berwick portal for compliance on the 9th. Navigating change in the latest ACA marketplace on the 10th, marketing top 10 AEP strategies on the 17th, although we will get this covered exclusively just for our agents with that webinar on the 2nd. So you can go again on the 17th and reinforce anything that you forgot. And then sales, the latest in the Medicare world. That's got to be a really good one. And that is happening on Wednesday, September 24th. All of the registrations are available via your Berwick portal. If you need help, let me know. Email me and I'm happy to send. Please email me so that I have a record of what you need and I can send it as replying to your email. Thanks. MedSub trainings are also available. They're listed here. This is what Berwick is offering for the month of September. Lots of good stuff. 5 tips for a successful AEP. There's a whole flyer, just a tip sheet, just a one-pager. I found this on Integrity. I am happy to share this with you if you need some tips and just, you know, sort of a check-off list. Not a problem. Again, email me what you would like so that I can reply to that email and send it to you. But and this is a nice little summary. Reminder that, sorry, go ahead. Thank you. Reminder that Integrity Tech Tip Tuesdays are available. Integrity has a ton of webinars available to you. August 26th, I wanted to call out how to purchase marketplace leads and lead center. I think some of this will happen with the new training with Integrity Connect, but really valuable information. The URL is down there on the bottom. There's a whole schedule available to you. Don't forget, if you have gaps in your training, if you have questions about, oh, I need to know this or that, it's probably available online through either Integrity, Berwick, or Neil's a YouTube channel. Don't forget that one. Next slide. How to hold a Medicare educational event. I found this downloadable on the website as well. Pretty handy if you're new to doing events. Sometimes you forget the little things, right? You know what you're going to talk about. Maybe you have even rehearsed your presentation, whether it's online or in person. But there's some stuff that I find when I'm meeting with agents regarding their marketing plans and their event plans. Make sure that you collect RSVPs so that you know if anybody's coming and who they are. Make sure that you get their phone number and their email address so that if things change, you can contact them. You can also then contact them going forward as the open sales window comes about. So there are little things that need to happen so that your event is successful, even pre and post, because I'm sure during the event you've got that down, but before it happens and after it happens, there's some good guidance there. So let me know if you'd like me to send you this tip sheet. As always, please follow us on all of our social media channels. We do need to make sure that we get all the impressions that we can. We will be happy to share what you are doing on social media. So the more impressions, the better. Let's just make sure that we celebrate each other and follow everything that's going on. And as always, sign up to receive our emails and texts. Let me know if you need help signing up for any of those. Just email me. As always, that is the absolute best way to contact me, and I will help you out. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, Christine. Wow, you can see there's a lot going on in September, guys. Christine's worked really hard to get some of our guests to do those exclusive trainings as well. Not to be missed, compliance is so important. Marketing, that's going to really feature whether you guys are going to be successful or not, because you don't want to be a secret, right? Especially in AEP. So again, that's a great training. And of course, Integrity Connect, or the Medicare Center. That's going to be that's really going to be focusing on all of the new stuff that I've started talking about. So again, that's towards the end of September. So lots going on. Berwick and Integrity have got a ton of training as well. Filter out what you need and then, focus on where your gaps of knowledge are. There we go. Integrity Connect all-in-one, new user training. As I mentioned, lots of training. That's the new little brand there. Thursday, August 28th. You should have had this email. This was emailed out to all agents under Integrity, the all-in-one. That's what I was talking about today. You can find out more. Okay. Leads, again, we get this every week. This will be kicking off a little bit more with more Medicare leads, et cetera, et cetera. Lead concepts, again, if you are doing seminars and you want to invest in some marketing, we've used these guys before. There's a couple of others as well. Let's look at those updates, guys. So NABIB in Nevada have their monthly meeting. If you're a member or not a member, you still can go. Again, it's going to really talk about some of those under 65 through the Nevada Health Link. Anthem always post their activities. They have some great training. I know Serena and the team work really hard there, so she has some training coming on. And you've got the virtual roadshow there, so they're doing this virtually. Of course, here we are as well. I think they changed originally from a few in person. Now they are virtual. And again, full updated September calendar. As you can see, most of that was on the last page. UHC, again, they've got their market rollout. They've changed all of their rollouts to virtual United Healthcare. But again, I think they did a couple this week. If you missed it there, September 18th. Again, scan, as you can see here on September the 16th, at Jason Aldean's Kitchen and Bar. I've been there. It's pretty good, actually. Again, their leadership team is going to be there talking about the benefits. And then, of course, 2 days later, they're still going to be out there and they'll be presenting at the Berwick Bonanza. But again, I always say go to as many as you can because you always miss something the first time you look at those benefits. And they're normally the second one. But as you can see, Stanton will be there. Here's the VP of National Accounts, and of course the local team. Again, Select Health, these have been out for a while, folks. These are training dates at their office on Agilis Way, if I pronounced that correctly. Alignment have a new time slot added. I think it's due to many people wanting to go to this event. So again, yes, it does say incredible demand. So they've got a couple of different options. The morning time, 10 to 12, and then the afternoon. But of course, Berwick Bonanza as well. And that's this coming Wednesday. If you're in Washoe County, again, Alignment are doing their rollout there the day after. Let's move over to California. Broker Mixer is, this is for Regal and Lakeside. They normally have their mixer here, actually. It's normally the same place down in Long Beach. A wonderful drive there as well during rush hour to get there for 6. But again, it's normally a pretty good event. Great option to go and network and find out what Regal and Lakeside are doing. Torch Memorial, again, they are doing a virtual event here. So as you can see, that's on the 17th. Okay, this is for all of our agents pre-ordering kits. Don't forget the windows are closing. Guys, as an independent agent, it is your responsibility to order your own kits. So again, make sure you've done that. If you're not sure how to do it or you need some help, obviously reach out to one of our team. WellCare do their annual hierarchy change suspension, so you cannot move from 9/15 to the end of the year. And again, don't forget, guys, they've got their first look website from WellCare as well, and they have a new digital policy and procedures. And of course, the first looks detailed information. So if you remember when WellCare brought their first looks out, it was very kind of top line. Now they've got some more detail as well. And I know they've put on their things like PDP pricing and stuff like that. Another one from WellCare, again, AEP Prep. Obviously talking about demographics, etc., what to collect. This is just some information and really some training stuff to help you guys be successful. Humana has a, they've updated their producer partnership plan for Medicare supplement, and there are some updates on compensation. If you remember, I think United Healthcare did the same thing a few months ago. Again, if you want to go to any of the alignment kickoff events and any of the carries, you normally can just click on the main link. This is alignments. Select Health, we mentioned it. The Las Vegas event is not until September 24th, so you'll get to see the benefits first at the Berwick Bonanza on the 18th. Okay, and their first look is out. That came out this week. They were one of the last carriers. And again, just some general updates from the Select Health team. They normally put all of their commercial Medicare all together as well, talking about certifications, making sure you're ready for the season, the usual stuff as well. And just a reminder, September is the month for annual notice of changes, or ANOCs, that your clients will be getting. Aetna's, excuse me, Broker Insider, again, pre-ordering materials. That's coming next month. Their updated first looks are out as well, and they have a new agent record or retention policy. So again, as it states here, if you want to reread that, that's available as well. Okay, the other thing with Aetna as well, and this is for their supplemental, starting September, they're going to be enhancing their security features on the agent website. Please take a moment to ensure your phone number and email is correct. UHC, they come out with their Jarvis wrap every week, and just really bringing the key things to your attention here. So again, helping you help your clients make sure you select a PCP. I know that's easy to know. A lot of you have done that, but again, just a reminder, pre-ordering is also open with UHC. However, you must order by, I think that's Sunday, in fact. And again, some information on Medicare supplement as well. I think we just mentioned that. Devoted are offering broker bucks, where you can purchase some stuff off their website, some giveaways, that type of stuff as well. Cigna, don't forget, they have a brand new color that they're changing out. This is Cigna's supplemental, and some of their ancillary is now available in Washington State. And again, that was the rebranding one I was just talking about. In fact, the color is almost identical to Aetna. It's quite, we were at an event this week, and we actually matched the two up. So their color is exactly like Aetna. So that's pretty interesting. And I think their the HealthSpring first looks are out as well. Again, AEP Broker Toolkit. Loads of training here, guys. So of course, Cigna do some great ancillary products. I was talking to somebody the other day. They got some good dental products and stuff like that. So alongside their MA. Disasters, period, Judy mentioned, California, etc. I think the last time I checked, Nevada only had one in Washoe County. So Clark County doesn't have any. Here's some states that do. That is it. Do we have any other questions while we got a bit of time?
We do. Let's see here. Okay, the first one is regarding Anthem, fax only, but this is from an agent in Nevada. Doesn't that just apply to California?
It will also be in Nevada, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But I'll verify that again for you guys.
Thanks, Judy.
Okay, great. Thank you. The next question, what are medical groups that offer similar settings as Kaiser, where they have everything in-house?
Well, you're in California here, and I'll tell you, Facey Medical Group, which is in the San Fernando Valley, as well as an office over in Simi Valley, has those setups at most of their offices. Some of the main Optum Medical Group offices, such as Mission Hills, downtown, and Long Beach, have pretty much everything enclosed in one building. UCLA Medical Group, if you are going to the Westwood campus or in and around the Santa Monica UCLA hospital, there's many specialists and primary care physicians up and down that 16th Street area. Cedars-Sinai Medical Group, PIH Medical Group in Whittier would be also one of those. And Torrance Memorial IPA has their medical offices in and around the hospital there, specialists, primary care, labs, all that kind of stuff right there. So a lot of choices that people have if they're looking for that kind of a model.
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Next question, can we mail out a schedule of AEP sales events invitation flyer in September? No benefits included, just a general AEP notice. Is it compliant or not?
You would think that it would be compliant. But here's the thing, it's still considered communication. So what I would do is send that over to our Berwick Compliance Department, and that is compliance@berwickinsurance.com. They'll take a look at it for you. Isn't that wonderful? No charge. They'll take a look at it for you and they'll tell you if it is compliant. And I would suggest that for any type of letter or flyer that any agent out there under Berwick is considering sending out, you definitely would like to send it over to our compliance department. They'll give it a once over and they'll let you know if it's good to fly or if you might need to tweak it a little bit.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. That's the end of the questions. And I just want to say to everyone to have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, everybody. I think that is it. We're going to let you guys get on with your day here, give you 10 minutes back. Thank you for attending. Talk to you all soon and see you guys in California at the Berwick Bonanzas next week.